I want you to picture something for a moment. Imagine having the power to stay calm, completely untouched by chaos. Picture being impervious to the stress of daily life and disruptions, always calmly centered, no matter what challenges come your way. That kind of inner strength might sound impossible, but Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who ruled from 161 to 180 AD, cultivated exactly that through a philosophy we now call Stoicism. At the heart of his teachings is something surprisingly liberating: the power of indifference. Now, when Marcus Aurelius spoke of indifference, he didn't mean apathy or a lack of care like we might assume today. Instead, he advocated for a kind of selective engagement with the world. He believed in carefully choosing where to invest emotional and mental energy. This Stoic indifference wasn't about withdrawing from life, it was about enhancing life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. As emperor, Marcus Aurelius kept a personal diary, now known as Meditations, which he never intended to publish. These writings, translated into nearly every major language, give us a rare glimpse into his thoughts. They represent a conversation between his higher self and his lower self. Through these meditations, he coached himself to embody the virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation, regardless of external circumstances. Think about today's world. Anxiety and stress can be triggered by something as simple as a notification on our phones. In such a context, Aurelius's approach to indifference is more relevant than ever. He teaches us to filter out the noise that disrupts our peace. While we can't always control what happens, we can always control how we react. This ancient philosophy, though nearly 2 millennia old, offers a powerful toolkit for maintaining serenity and effectiveness in our busy lives. So let's dive deeper into this timeless wisdom and explore how Marcus Aurelius's teachings can guide us toward a life of purpose, resilience, and calm indifference to life's inevitable ups and downs. As you listen, I encourage you to stay with me through this entire exploration. By the end, you might discover transformative Stoic insights that can enhance your life. When we discuss the philosophy of indifference, as taught by Marcus Aurelius, we aren't talking about indifference in the modern sense, which often implies apathy or disinterest. Instead, Stoicism presents indifference as a deliberate and empowering choice. It's the ability to remain unaffected by things beyond our control while fully engaging with what we can influence. At the core of Stoic philosophy is a vital distinction between what we can change and what we can't. This is known as the dichotomy of control. Aurelius believed that understanding and accepting this distinction is key to personal peace. For example, we can't control the weather, the past, or the fact that we age and eventually pass away. But we can control how we respond to these reality shows. We prepare for a storm, how we reflect on and learn from our past, and how we approach aging with dignity. One of his reflections captures this perfectly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This isn't about toughening up or suppressing emotions. It's about cultivating inner peace by understanding what truly deserves our energy. It's about not being tossed around by the waves of fate, but learning to navigate them with grace. Marcus Aurelius didn't just preach these ideas, he lived them. He ruled an empire plagued by wars, political intrigue, and personal loss. Despite the challenges, he focused on his duties, his responses, and his commitment to virtue. Through his actions, we see that Stoic indifference isn't about disconnecting from the world, but engaging with it more meaningfully. Consider how Aurelius might handle a modern issue like a viral outbreak or an economic crisis. Based on his writings, he wouldn't waste time lamenting the unfairness of the situation or the actions of others beyond his control. Instead, he'd focus on what he could do, ensuring safety, providing clear information, and supporting his community. This philosophy is profoundly relevant in our world today, where peace can be shattered by a single notification. Learning to distinguish between what truly merits our attention and what doesn't is more crucial than ever. Aurelius teaches us to reserve our emotional investments for things we can influence while maintaining a calm detachment from what we cannot. This doesn't make us cold or robotic. On the contrary, it frees us to love and care more deeply for what truly matters. By practicing Stoic indifference, we choose to focus our energy on actions and people that enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Now, as you reflect on this philosophy, think about areas in your life where Stoic indifference could help. Perhaps it's a strained relationship where you've tried to change someone without success. Or maybe it's anxiety about global issues like climate change. While these concerns are valid, focusing on your reactions and contributions can lead to a more empowered way of living. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius's philosophy of indifference isn't about giving up on life. It's about embracing life fully, with the wisdom to know where our true power lies. It's a lesson in focusing our energy on what we can control: our actions, our responses, and our commitment to personal growth. By understanding and implementing this, we gain personal freedom and resilience, enabling us to face whatever life throws our way with a calm heart and a clear mind. Now, let's explore the practical implications of Stoic indifference in our daily lives. This concept isn't about ignoring responsibilities or feelings. Instead, it's about refining our focus so we can act more effectively and compassionately. By practicing indifference, we gain clarity on what truly matters to our actions and reactions. For instance, when faced with professional setbacks or unexpected criticism, instead of reacting with frustration, Stoic indifference encourages us to calmly analyze the situation, learn from it, and move forward. This approach fosters resilience and improves our ability to handle future challenges. Moreover, by spending less time worrying about trivial matters, we free up mental space for what truly deserves our attention. Think about the last time you were stuck in traffic. Instead of fuming over lost time, indifference teaches us to use such moments productively, perhaps reflecting, planning, or simply unwinding. By shifting our perspective, we turn stressful situations into opportunities. In relationships, this philosophy guides us to choose our battles wisely. It helps us focus on issues that truly affect the relationship's foundation rather than fleeting annoyances. Practicing indifference doesn't mean accepting poor treatment, but it does mean maintaining peace of mind by letting go of minor irritations. In today's information-driven world, where we are constantly bombarded by crises and calls to action, Stoic indifference helps us filter what genuinely requires our attention. This selective engagement prevents burnout and keeps us focused on our personal missions and values. Additionally, practicing indifference can enhance emotional intelligence. By routinely assessing what deserves our emotional investment, we develop greater empathy and self-awareness. This clarity allows us to communicate more effectively and navigate relationships with wisdom. Finally, cultivating indifference aligns with sustainable happiness. By detaching our sense of satisfaction from external validations, we find a consistent source of fulfillment within our actions and values. This internal locus of control is key to long-term well-being. In summary, practicing Stoic indifference helps us live more intentionally. It enhances our ability to cope with life's challenges and deepens our capacity for joy. By focusing on what we can influence and maintaining detachment from what we cannot, we create a life of purpose, resilience, and inner peace. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Stoic thought. Remember, very little is needed to make a happy life. It's all within your way of thinking. Let's carry this powerful thought with us as we continue navigating life with wisdom and serenity.